The book is really designed to be called Toxic Men and Toxic Women because there are toxic relationships, and that's what this is about. It's about healing and showing how to deal with people who make your life miserable. What's toxic to one person may not be toxic to another person. For example, what's toxic to me may be completely non-toxic to someone else. Some people may find people that talk about themselves a lot and brag about themselves to be toxic, where I may find it interesting. Well, I came up with the concept of toxic people back in 1997. In fact, I wrote a best-selling book called Toxic People, and that book has been all over the world for many, many years. And so it's a concept that I developed and that I came up with in my practice. I would listen to patients speak, and I would see patterns, and so I came up with the patterns of different types of toxic people. Then I would give them advice of what to do with certain toxic people, and it would work. There's many archetypes of toxic people. For example, there's the bully, the person who's very authoritative and tells you what to do. Then there's the person who's very indeciso, he doesn't know what to do, can't make a decision. Then there's the person who talks about themselves all the time. There's another type of person that knows everything. You can't tell them anything, the know-it-all. The book is not really to say this one's toxic, that one's toxic. It really is to show, what can I do? How can I deal with this? Because sometimes it's not just a relationship that you walk away from, it's a toxic boss that you can't walk away from. One of my clients had a boss that was severely toxic to them, and she used one of the techniques, which were just the breathing technique. And suddenly things didn't bother her that much. And then she used the humor technique and kind of laughed at his behavior. And life became more pleasant and more productive at work. The only archetype that's very severely toxic is the one who's violent. There's no going back. If somebody's beating you, you can't stay there. You can't stay in that relationship. Bernardo Stamateas wrote a book several years ago where he used my title, Toxic People. That title is trademarked. I'm not saying he copied the material. It's not a copyright situation. It's a trademark. We're dealing with lawyers at this point, so it's in the legal process right now. He has done something very bad and very wrong, and you can't hide behind it and be saying, oh, I'm a man of God, and this is from the Bible. That's ridiculous. I've worked with many Hollywood stars. I've worked with Julio Iglesias back in the day, worked with his accent, because he used to say to all the girls, but it's to all the girls. So I helped him with that song. I've worked with people just tremendous, from Nicolas Cage to Andy Garcia, about body language, accents for different movie roles and for different films.